All right, welcome to episode 10 of Ask the Doc, where we tackle the question that every doctor hates to hear. Do you take my insurance? We get 4 or 5 calls a week, and usually 2 or 3 hangups after we do our normal company line, which we showed in that original slide. My office manager, Brian, tries his best to try to let people know that it isn't about just shopping because they take your insurance. It's about getting value out of what you have. So the first problem there is if you're looking for someone to fix your problem solely based off if they take your insurance, your problem's never going to get better because the insurance companies won't let that happen. They dictate every aspect of everything. So what I want to go over in this video with the question that I got from one of my new patients, Mary, this week was, why don't you take the insurance? And Brian explained that, but I really want to let people know and other people out there know what really goes on in an office of some doctor that has to take your insurance. The insurance companies only care about one thing: collecting your premiums and denying you for care that you need. So what happens if you go to a doctor that takes your insurance? What they've done is they've gone into contract with the insurance company and they've agreed upon a reduced rate for their services. So they're routinely getting cut every year, 20, 25% across the board. Would you go to work tomorrow if your boss called in and said, hey, I need you to come in, but I'm going to cut your salary by 25% for no reason whatsoever? No. So doctors that don't take the insurance are saying the same thing to their patients. Clinical excellence and establishment of a thorough and tissue-specific diagnosis cannot happen if the doctor takes insurance. The regulations are just too much. The doctor can only spend a certain amount of time with you. The whole time he's trying to worry about if he can fill out forms, what paperwork he needs to do. He's got a whole waiting room of people that he needs to get in and see because he just needs to keep those lights on and pay his staff. Because when he takes insurance, he has to have a whole army of people to fill out the never-ending paperwork, deal with all the bullshit that comes in every single day. And at the same time, he's trying to get patients better, but he can't because he's crippled. He's handcuffed because the insurance won't let him. What kind of doctor do you think, and what kind of care do you think from a doctor that's getting routinely cut off at the knees, 25%, 50%? What kind of care do you think he's delivering? Do you think he's all in and ready to go and get your problem better? No, he's not at all. He's beat up, he's tired, and he just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. So the reason I don't take insurance is because I value my patients more and I value myself more. I refuse to take a 25% discount when I am providing clinical excellence, a thorough diagnosis, and treatments that work. This is totally understood in law. We've talked about this on past videos. So say you commit a crime and you need a lawyer. So they tell you you got access to a public defender if you can't afford an attorney. What is the public defender going to do? He's usually going to bumble your case, give you crappy results, and you might end up going to jail. That's the same thing as going to a doctor that takes your insurance. He is the equivalent of a public defender. But if your life is on the line and you need to keep from going to jail, or your injury is so bad that you can't function, you're going to shell out a little bit of extra money to get better and pay for that excellence. So it might be a little bit of a harsh reality, but the truth is insurance sucks. And if you're only picking your doctor based off insurance, you're never going to get better. Nothing is worse than paying a $20 copay for 40 visits of something that doesn't work, because in the end, you still have your problem. So I urge you, please, please don't pick your doctor solely off if they take your insurance. Review their website, see what they do, look at their reviews, and really get a good idea for what they're doing. Because all those doctors that take insurance, I'll be totally honest and brutally honest, is they're not very good at what they do, and they're okay with taking a 25 to 50% pay cut. Thanks for the question, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 11.